Yo, what's up, everybody? This is TaijhTV.
TaijhTV.
I got Savannah. Before we start, we're gonna play some music. We're gonna get some bodies in here. I'm gonna share it. But first off, we're gonna play Max Betts. All Eyes on Me. Make sure you cop Max Betts' album, self-titled Max Bet.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Mine doing NASCAR, 100 mile an hour. Equipped with a crash bar, ready for the pal-up. Try to keep a smile up, knowing I'm full of frustration. It's my time to shine, I'm done waiting. Addicted to the game like I'm free, bass and bass free. Acapella bucket of these rhymes for you. My well deep, you tried, they fell asleep. You prematurely peaked and now you forced to live meek. Meals in my windshield, haters in my rear view. If you ain't talking money, then I'm sorry I don't hear you, I just steer through. Still do whatever for you, brave shit. That clap every weapon for you, brave. And that cash, every check for that family. I pray the Lord forgive me in hopes that he understand me. It's just life, get it right, get it once, don't get it twice. Been working all day just to smoke away my nights. And I'm high like all eyes on me. All eyes on me. Give me about one. Shit, where the time go? I had real shit I had to do. Where my rhyme go? Where my rhyme book? Whole school, but I get the job done like a sky hook. Nigga, they know me when I pull up. Love to hear me pull off. I ain't did much, I just straight piped the exhaust. You ain't saying much, you just straight piped the exhaust. And I'm exhausted, you niggas lost me. Hood nigga alert, I'm about fed up. Why I gotta go through all this to get my bread up? I mean, I ain't complaining about hard work, that's y'all's perk. This rap shit easy as y'all work, I'm just saying. You see me on a mission while you stressing me. West Virginia nigga, stop pressing me. Bill Self nigga got the recipe. Kill yourself trying to keep up with a big dog, you the wrong pedigree. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hell no, not your average. I'm from the town, my nigga, we living savage. Where you better done what you say you done did. Cause a nigga might test you, fuck it just how it is. Fuck with me if it is that A1, I need that. Any day I might get fired, I need my fiends back. Every day I had that fire that made them bring back and bring back and bring back and bring back and so on. Nigga, I am so gone, so long. Walking down the yellow brick road, get my stroll on. Thinking about how my niggas gone that got told on. Couple got clapped out, told you niggas sap out. Told them I was cool and all that, I got a son now. In fact, I prefer to be home before sundown. Told them I don't hustle no more, I just let y'all be. Then I hopped in the SRT, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. They ain't gonna like that tray piece, fuck 'em. All eyes on me.
All right, everybody, welcome. I know I've been off for a week. It was my birthday, my 32nd birthday. So, I had to turn the fuck up. But I have Savannah with me, Savannah Blake. And me and Savannah have had interesting conversation. When did we start talking, Savannah? Last week?
Yes.
Savannah is very spiritual, and she has a lot of interesting things that I do like and I do appreciate. And I wanted Savannah to kind of explain who she is, what she's about. Very interesting woman. Let's start off with Savannah. Where are you from? Where are you located?
I am from Missouri. I live in St. Joseph, Missouri.
Nice, nice. That's a small ass town, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
So what got you?
It's not like it's not horribly small, but it's small enough.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, I think I have a cousin. His name is Terrence Riley, and Trey Riley. I believe that they were around that area growing up.
Oh yeah.
What made you hop into the spiritual aspect of life?
Well, it was like it just happened. I don't even know it. I literally like woke up one morning and I had God and spirituality on my mind, and it has never stopped. And that's been a little over 2 years now. Like it's like I literally woke up one day a different person almost.
Nice.
I guess that's what you call reborn.
So would you say that you were reborn that day?
Yes, I most definitely believe I am reborn.
Good deal. Good deal. Robert R. Rash Jr. says, God be with you, Savannah Blake. My boy Trevor Lamont Fulton Pleasant says, plugged in. Mix, what's up, Mix? Mix says, fire. So when we talk about spirituality, what's one thing that differs to you with being spiritual and being religious?
Well, I believe, there is truth in all religions, but there is no one actual true religion that, there's going to be one day that God comes down and says, this is the right one. No, it's all just spirituality. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the Bible is missing. There's a lot of books in the Bible that are missing. There's a lot of things that are not right in the Bible. So a lot of what the people have been raised to think is true is really not true. Satan has played a cruel trick on most of the world, and it's sad.
Trevor says this is about to turn into church after Bet Uncut. Yeah, we're about to go there, bro. We about to go there. Some niggas need spiritual enlightenment.
I don't go to church.
Oh, you
FYI.
don't? You don't?
No, I don't. Most of the churches are not of my God anymore, so.
So who exactly is your God right now?
My God is the God of heaven, not the God of earth.
Who would the God of earth be?
Well, he's the one that tricked everyone.
Would you say it's Satan?
Satan, Lucifer, the evil one, whatever you want to call that being. But he's important too.
Yes. I was gonna straight ask you, what do you feel the evil one, Satan, the devil, whatever we call him, what do you feel his role is on earth?
Well, Lucifer means the bringer of light. Mm-hmm. And so Lucifer has been in heaven. He knows what it takes to get to heaven. Mm-hmm. So he would be the best one to take advice from.
Have you ever tried to conversate or summon the deity of Satan or the devil or the evil one?
No, but he has spoke to me once that I know for sure.
Trevor says the God of earth are idols, things that we put ahead of our spirituality. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I can see where you're going with that, Trevor. So when you say Satan, the devil, has reached out to you, was it in a form of a physical person, an object, a dream? What exactly happened when the evil one reached out to you?
Through Facebook.
Explain.
So, okay, spirits and entities and things of that nature, they move through electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that they are able to get into our electronics and communicate with us like that. I have had several experiences where my phone will just start doing stuff on its own, and I'll get messages, and I'll get somebody that I have no idea who they are on Facebook, and they start sending me messages. I mean, these things tell me every single thing about me, things that nobody knows, things that I even forgot about. Like how else would these things know that? You know?
Did you ever respond back, or did you get scared, or?
No, I always usually respond back just because I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm all about knowing and knowing the truth. So if I'm going to ask.
Yeah, for sure. Now, when we talk about the evil one as the guardian of light or the enlightened one,
The bringer of
the bringer of light, as you say, your group that you've created, which I've looked at, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic, eye-opening. If you guys haven't went here, please go to Ascending Light Support on Facebook. Very eye-opening, mind-opening. Have an open mind and check it out. But knowing the knowledge that you know about the light bringer, the evil one, why name your support group Ascending Light Support?
because I'm a light being.
Explain.
Okay, so as you ascend, which first, do you know what ascending is?
When I think of ascending, I'm thinking of the rapture and us ascending to heaven.
Yes, that's part of it. So we're all, not all of us yet, but a large part of the world is ascending as we speak. And we're all at different levels, going at our own pace.
Okay.
And eventually, those who make it through the ascending, that's where we'll be. We'll be in heaven, or the fifth dimension, with our Lord and with God.
Okay. So explain the premise of the page. What is your objective with this page?
Okay, so ascending comes with a lot of symptoms. A lot of symptoms. And, I noticed a year ago that all of the symptoms of ascension happen to be the same as COVID. Yes. So what I believe is, every so many thousands of years or however long, the universe puts out this dense energy to help us evolve and help us ascend. And that can cause lots of health issues, lots of symptoms, lots of mental, anguish. And so I believe that a lot of, I think COVID is the ascending process. And, it kind of sounds harsh to say, but it's like weeding out the weeds. It's doing a elimination of the weeds.
I was going to ask you that. Is it Darwin's theory, the survival of the fittest? Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Throughout the biblical texts in the Bible, God always cleans house and only the strong survive. So would you say that COVID is that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where do we go after COVID? Once this is done, or is it ever done? But once this is done, where are we going? Where do you see us going?
Well, we will all that make it be in the mind frame of the living in the fifth dimension, which is, okay, so on the third dimension, it's a struggle to live. You have to work hard, and you still will barely get by. It's service to self, duality, labels, separatism, control, rules, statues, hardworking, linear living, fear, lower emotions. So then 4D will be conscious being, expanding consciousness, challenging old belief systems, seeking answers, understanding structure, stuff like that. And then once you get to the fifth dimension, it's unity, heart-centered, service to others, purpose-based, living your destiny, effortless, light, easy, abundance, source information. It's heaven on earth. It's the new earth.
Okay. So you're saying out goes the old, in comes the new. A lot of people would say that's very Illuminati-esque. The new world order, for example. Is this differ? Does this differ from that theory of the new world order or the Illuminati? Is this different than that?
I don't know everything, FYI. I know some. So I found this book. It's Facts of the World Encyclopedia. It was like 1914, right?
Yeah.
And in the book, it had the term illuminated bodies. And it said that those are beings which their light and energy comes from another source. But when I read that illuminated bodies, it made me think Illuminati. And what's illuminated, enlightened. We've been lied to about everything. Are we not being lied to about who and what the Illuminati does?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I
you have to wonder.
You know what? I thought about that. Why won't we make something so evil to the point of where no one wants to join, but they're intrigued to find out? You feel what I'm saying? The way they've broadcasted this Illuminati or the New World Order or whatever, it's so evil, devil worshiping, kids sacrificing, pedophiles, all this other bullshit that none of us, well, we don't know. We don't know what they do. I know.
I'm talking about that's what the government does.
Okay, I was going to get to the government. I know that our government has been accused of such acts from the QAnon conspiracy theorists and the opposite side of the spectrum of the Illuminati, but none of that has been proven fact. We've been waiting on Hillary. If you believe in that, you've been waiting on Hillary Clinton to be locked up. You've been waiting on the military in DC to turn on the government and start locking people up. You're waiting on the great white hope, Donald Trump's return. It all seems far-fetched. Not to say that it's not true, but there's no evidence in that being true.
Right.
It's
in the works.
What'd you say?
It's in the works.
Oh, so you think it's going to happen?
Well, putting the government and world leaders that are doing wrong and being corrupt and doing the evil that they're doing is slowly but surely going to be revealed. God is most definitely working on that because there's too many people, good people, his children that are suffering because of this. And the world is almost to where it's almost unrepairable. It's that bad. Like it has to crash so we can start all over.
So what makes today any different than years past? Because the Bible states that nothing new is under the sun. So what's happening now has happened before. What makes now any different?
Well, had they ever lived in 5D before?
I don't know. I know the Mayan the Mayan civilization was very advanced. The Egyptian it seems like only certain civilizations were advanced and then wiped out, or that we know of being wiped out. I don't think necessarily they were wiped out. I think they went into hiding because they were that advanced. But you hear these stories of these advanced cultures, and here we are.
You know where they went?
Where would you say they went? That's what I was going to get to. Where would you say they went?
I think the ones that survived went to 5D. I think that's where Elvis and Tupac and all them are at too.
Oh, okay. That's
just my theory.
I have a friend. His name is Euler. He's been on and off the show before, he kind of believes in some theories like that, but his is very pro-black, and I'm gonna get to some of those to see how you feel about them later. But Robert R. Rash Jr. says true ascension with a heart. Rob Johnson says, TaijhTV, when you get a moment, can you ask the lady if she believes in numerology?
Numerology, that's the one thing that I can tell you does not lie ever, is numerology. It's
So you do
facts, numbers don't lie.
Do you study in that?
A little bit, I do. So, okay, everybody, when you, throughout your day, if you are seeing repeated numbers, like every time you look at your phone, your charge is at 88%, or every time you look at the clock, it's 11:11. Those are messages from your angels. Whenever you see them repeated numbers, Google them, put in what is the meaning of 888, and it'll give you whatever message your angel has for you.
Hey, Rob Johnson, what numbers do you see quite often? And we're gonna see if you can answer that for him. Me and you talked about that a little bit. And I told you a number that really pops up to me is 444. It seems like I've waken up in the middle of the fucking night. I've had dreams about guys running in the spot, me grabbing a gun. It doesn't shoot, or it's soft like a fucking teddy bear, and them just blowing me off. As if, it feels like I'm dead, but I don't know if I'm dead or not. I'll tell you this. Last night I had a fucking dream that some big white guy came in the house. There was another white guy at my front door. I locked him out of that door. The big white guy comes in. I grab the gun, and it doesn't shoot. He's literally allowing me to try to shoot him, and it's not shooting. At the end of it, I'm jumping on his back. My kids are jumping on his back. And then he ends up being fucking chill as fuck. Like, I don't know what happened. I wake up, and it's fucking 4 in the morning. It was crazy. Crazy.
What have you been, are you in fear of something right now or recently? I mean, are you worried about something or in fear of something?
I don't know if I'm in fear, but I really want to quit my fucking job. I really do. I wonder if that...
And where is it that you work?
I work at a prison.
I know. Yes. Yeah. That's probably a good idea whenever you're able and ready. I mean, that's all up to you, but yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to
say about that.
I'm trying to get the fuck out of there, straight up. I'm trying to get out of there.
It's time for you to start working your destiny and your spiritual path. That is no longer going to suit you, and it's not going to make you feel good or comfortable working that job anymore.
We're actually going to talk about that because I love what you said about about me when we were talking. So we'll get to that in a second. But Rob Johnson says numerology is laser accurate. He also says the numbers he sees quite often is 777, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 11.
I see 66, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been seeing 1, 2, 2, 2.
What does that? What does that mean to you?
It says that new beginnings are coming my way. I'm going to be starting new beginnings, and that my angels are helping me manifest my dreams and to stay positive.
Oh wow, good. Trevor says, "Ghetto Boys mind playing tricks on me vibes." Do you know that song from the Ghetto Boys?
No, I don't.
I wish I could play it. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. I don't want them suing me. But Robert R. Rash Jr. says, the new prisons in the new earth. Huh? What does that mean? The way he spelled it was THNO, prisons in the new earth. It is. What does that mean, Robert Rash? I would love to know. Let's take a quick break. We're gonna play a song from my boy Payne. We're going to play Feed My Faith by Pain. Armor. Let's go.
They got food for my soul. I'm gonna give me a taste. And if it's good as they say, then I'm gonna feed my faith. Now everybody want a stress-free life, but we choose relationships off what sex be like. And we determine emotions off what text be like. I'm looking at little mama like this can't be life. I'm working my ass off, this check can't be right. That's probably why I got work for the gravy price. Yeah, I have a bad day, I have a crazy night. Yeah, they know a nigga crack, I'm from the 80s, right? Yeah. I'm a real life baking soda baby. Riding with the stick, niggas hating on me lately. I got a chopper named Slim, he's shady. And when they hit it, leave you wheezing, baby. I can't afford to lose. I'm trying to board the cruise, trying to avoid the news. Oh, with the boys in blue. You know we gotta avoid them too. Yeah. They see a nigga, they just wanna shoot. I heard that they got food for my soul, and I'm gonna give me a taste. And if it's good as they say, then I'm gonna feed my faith. 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 I'm gonna feed my. They wanted candy bars, I tried to give them soul food. Old soul, young nigga in the old school. I had faith, but a nigga kept a pole too. Them niggas you close to, them niggas will smoke you. In the streets, there's some shit that you gon' go through. You ain't gotta listen, little dog, I ain't gon' hold you. But I can look at you and tell you miss your bros too. That you can look at me and tell my heart froze too. Last time I seen little baby, she was cold blue. Bury me in gold too, just in case I owe you, God. Cause I was doing everything you said don't do, God. I know I don't deserve you, God. And ain't no way to make up for my mistakes in the past. Please guide my path, there's some snakes in the grass. Demons, I know they want a piece of my soul. Take me to the king, he look like me on the throne. Now I heard that they got food for my soul, and I'm gonna give me a taste. And if it's good as they say, then I'm gonna feed my faith. 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 I'm gonna feed my faith.
Man, that was Pain, Feed My Faith. When you hear that song, what does it tell you about his spirit? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. Okay. It had me moving. He's in the spirit, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's I had him on his show a couple weeks ago. He talked about his trials and tribulations, and that's how he came up with, Pain. Him and his boys came up with Pain. And he said the crazy thing is the power of the tongue. Ever since he got that name, he's been going through painful situations. Do you agree with that? The power of the tongue is something that is real. Do you agree with that?
Most definitely. Your words and your thoughts create your whole entire existence, your future, your life, everything. I mean, you have to be very careful what you say. Literally, like, if you're all day long, be like, I hate life, I hate this, I hate that. Like, you're going to continue to hate life. Your life's going to be miserable. You have to start changing your thinking and changing your thoughts. And every time them negative thoughts pop in your head, that's just the devil trying to mess with you. You got to just replace them. As soon as you recognize you're having negative thoughts or negative comments, hurry up and just replace it with something positive.
Here's a question for you. It's going to be off the wall. But can you be friends with the devil and still get to heaven?
Well, I mean, you're supposed to love everyone as you love yourself. You can love from a distance.
Okay. I respect that. Robert R. Rash Jr. says, no prisons in the new earth. I agree. There should be no prisons at all. There shouldn't be. Robert also says, I meant there is no prisons in the new earth and the transition process has started. And maybe that's why you are being drawn towards not working there anymore. And you're not the only one experiencing this transition. It will take some time for others to start experiencing it, but we need to all hold on to each other and find the love inside of us all, even when we go through different levels of the transition process. What does he mean by transition and the transition process?
Ascending, like there's lots of, okay, you know how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly?
Yeah, for sure.
You will transform. Like I literally through my ascending, I like sometimes I feel like in my brain I can feel things like moving around and like it's rewiring, like, you know, and like I'll feel pressure in my forehead where my third eye is opening, all kinds of stuff. I mean, whatever symptom you can think of, basically you might experience it, you know, for a period of time, but most of it's nothing that, you know, is, you know, too major.
Now,
if you know what's going on and if you have, you know, the right tools to help you with that, which it makes me very angry that the government, because some of the world leaders are very aware of what's going on and they're letting people just die. You know, who cares? You know, yes, some people have to go just because they have to go. Not everybody can go, but you know, it'd be a lot easier on people if they knew what was going on. When I started my ascending, I felt alone. I had nothing. I had no one. I thought I was going crazy, losing my mind. I was about to check myself in.
Okay. So we're going to speak about that, the aloneness in that, because a lot of times when people think something that isn't popular or trending, they're cast it down as being ignorant, crazy, retarded. You know, I shouldn't say that, but that's how people treat them. Did you ever go through any of that when trying to explain your feelings and what you were thinking? Did you go through any of that?
Yes, and I mean, I still do. I just have learned I have to, you know, not speak to everyone about certain topics because it's not for everyone or they're not there yet. And if you're not, you know, okay with yourself and, you know, fully aligned and grounded and, you know, aligned with your higher self as well, it can still be hurtful when people, you know, throw the negative comments at you, especially if you're very highly sensitive to energy like me. You know, somebody could send me a text message and I start reading it. And as soon as, you know, I start reading, you know, something mean or negative in it, that like literally hurts me. It hurts. People don't realize that. Like,
do you cry?
Words are powerful.
Does it hurt you to the point of where you cry because you feel it in your soul?
Yes, that's happened. You know, I don't, you know, get so, you know, bent up about it now because I just understand how the world works and these things happen. And, you know, these people are they just don't know. And it's not their fault completely that they don't know these things, and to just pray for them.
Okay. I can feel that. Robert R. Rash Jr. says, holistic health practices work. What are the holistic health practices?
Well, I do all natural healing, herbs, healing with energy, healing with healing stones, things like that.
What are healing stones?
Well, there is some rocks that are just, you know, crap rocks, but you know, the stones that are, you know, you got tiger's eye, you got quartz, you got clear quartz, you got onyx, you got all different kinds, and each one of them stones has a different healing property. Some of them help for protection, some of them help soak up negative energy, some of them help align your chakras. Stones are very, very easy and good to transfer energy. So it's very good to use them when you're trying to release negative energy that you have built up and emotions that you've held onto over the years and lifetimes. And that's part of the ascending process is you're releasing all the negative energy, all the held in emotions from this lifetime and any other lifetime you've had. And it can suck that. So you have to help your body kind of flush these things out.
Now, when you talk about the negative energy, and you kind of told me whenever you have negative energy, replace it with positive. Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I do that? Can you explain to the audience here?
Well, if you don't do it, you're just going to continue to be, miserable. And if that's what you enjoy, then I don't know how you enjoy that, but I mean, everyone wants better to an extent or some degree, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
No one enjoys, I don't believe, to feel negative and, down and sad and angry. I don't know.
Now, I'm gonna hold on. Let me tell you what Rob says. Rob Johnson says, "I agree with Robert. Holistic practices, meditation for healing, etc." Good.
Yes.
Good. Now,
meditation is very important.
Now, why is meditation important? Before you answer, I watched religious leaders talk about how meditation can sometimes connect you with the wrong deities, the wrong spirits, the wrong energy. Why do you say that meditation is important and they say stay away from it?
Meditation is your mind's always going. It's always going.
Uh-huh.
And you have to learn to shut your mind off for a little while so that you don't get overwhelmed and angry, stressed out. You got to give your mind a break. Mm-hmm. And so meditation is that break. And excuse me. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh Lord.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We got time. We got time. This is very interesting stuff, and I love it. I don't necessarily like always covering the nigga shit. And if you don't know what I mean the dumb, the ignorant, and the bullshit. Sometimes I like to feel enlightened, and I would like others to feel enlightened. So I fucking love this conversation. Let's move on. The chakras. I tried to have someone explain to me what the chakras were, and I don't know if I was just halfway listening or just didn't understand. But could you educate me and the audience on what your chakras are?
You have 7 chakras, main chakras, that control all the rest of the body. And it starts at the base of your spine and goes all the way up to the crown of your head. These chakras, it's very important, especially now, that you keep them balanced, that you don't have any blockages. So your sacral chakra, which is the second one up from the base of the spine, it's responsible. It controls like the reproductive organs, stuff like that. If there's a blockage in that one, it can cause sexual energy leakage. And
what is that? Are we talking about the clap? Are we talking about gonorrhea? What the fuck is leakage?
No. Energy leak. No, it's nothing you can see. But that's what causes like sex addicts, and that and then a lot of like the molesters and rapists, because they have such an urge and want to have sex because of that. And these people have no idea that they have chakras, that alone that one has a blockage or is not in balance. And if they would just, do what they need to do to balance that out and to clear all of them out and have them all aligned and flowing, they could live a little differently, and maybe, some kids wouldn't be touched, is hopefully what I'm getting at.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on. Robert R. Rash Jr. says it's easier for the trickster to trick people when they don't meditate. Jesus explained it as prayer and your prayer closet. Let me give you a round of applause to that, because I always said prayer was meditation. Rob Johnson says, Taj, quick question. I heard a doctor connect the mentally challenged to the spiritual realm. Thoughts?
Oh yes, the children and the people that are labeled mentally, got mental health conditions, they are spiritually gifted. And because the world knows a lot of nothing of this anymore, they have no idea they're spiritually gifted. They have no idea what their spiritual gift is. They have no idea how to, use that gift, how to control it, how to just everything that comes along with that. They have no idea. They're just handed some pills, which are absolutely never, ever going to help that situation. In order to heal, you have to heal the mind, body, and soul. There ain't no pill that's ever going to heal your soul. Promise you that.
I like that. I like that. So you do agree that we do have a soul?
Yes.
Now, when we talk about people, kids that are handicapped or mentally ill, would you say the reason why they're handed pills is so they don't shine, so they're not broadcasting futures and past and present events, so they're not stopping the destruction of the world we live in today? Do you feel like that is why they're giving all these pills and all that shit?
It's very sad.
Yeah, I got a cousin, and my auntie, she took him to the doctor. He was super energetic. The doctor says he has ADHD, prescribes him Ritalin. My auntie tells him, we're not fucking giving him Ritalin. She throws the shit away. She instead gave him caffeine, and it had a adverse effect.
Yes, sir.
Would you say that is a holistic practice? Caffeine is a natural resource.
Yeah, you can use tea as well, caffeinated tea. And also, everyone's different. We are living so not right that we're forcing ADHD into kids for them to have. Sitting around on their tablets all day long and at school all day long on those things causes ADHD. Sitting at school, period, for 8 hours a day causes ADHD. They need to get their energy out, and every kid have different amount of energy. If one kid is very, very energetic and can't sit 8 hours at school, back in the day, he only went 4 hours, and then he was out on the farm working, doing whatever, because that's obviously what he's meant to do.
Yeah. So would you say the government is dumbing down the citizens?
Absolutely.
I agree. I've said this before. I think our education is where they want it to be. I think we are exactly where they fucking want us to be. And as soon as you step out of that fucking box or step out of the matrix, some would say, you're either killed, jailed, or you're masqueraded around as some type of fucking nut. Robert R. Rash says, knowledge is the metaphysical pill that will heal the soul. Truth equals knowledge. Would you agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go back to the holistic practices. Have you ever heard of Dr. Sebi?
No.
A lot of people are saying he was killed because he could heal AIDS, HIV, cancer, and he did it with natural resources, plants, seeds, roots. He had a thing talking about mucus in the body is what caused 100% of disease and all that other negative shit that negatively impacted our bodies. Would you agree with him about the mucus? Do you think mucus is what infects us with a lot of disease?
I don't know about that. What I believe is everything is energy.
Yeah.
Every single thing in this world is energy, and everything is vibrating at its own frequency. And if part of your body you ain't dealing with, or something in your life you ain't doing right, and it's bothering you, and you're holding it in, it's going to store itself somewhere in your body, and that's going to cause, say your heart to have one part frequency at this level and the other part of your heart at a different level, which is going to cause all kinds of health conditions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe, like, as long as you can maintain your energies in your body,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it will heal itself. As long as you do the balancing of the energy, doing the mental work and the emotional work and the spiritual work. Emotions, every disease and illness has a root cause of a specific emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And, nowadays people don't talk about their emotions. You're a sissy, you're, whatever, you're a bitch if you,
Yeah.
go around and cry, oh, this happened.
Mm-hmm.
You have to release them things. If you don't, it stores in your body somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And after so long, that's going to fuck you up.
So do you feel that's why men, their life expectancy is, I believe, 15 years younger or 20 years younger than women?
Possibly.
Okay.
It's okay to cry, guys. And even if you don't have to cry in front of somebody, you could do it all by yourself, but let it out. It's very good. People used to tell me that crying meant you were weak. The hell if it does. Crying and you can do it and in front of somebody else, you a strong motherfucker.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I have a tough time crying. I have a tough, and I'm gonna be real with you. I get upset when my kids cry, not when they hurt themselves or something's really wrong with them, but the pouting and all that. It really upsets me. I never show it to them, but deep down it upsets me. Why do you think that is?
Well, are they pouting about something that they really, shouldn't even be pouting about?
Yes, very petty stuff. Very petty stuff.
Right. That's why I would say, people, the parents used to say, "I'll give you something to cry about."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've felt that before. I've never done it. I mean, we're in a day and age you can't do that. But
right.
You sent me a message about 20 minutes before we went live that I thought it was really fucking cool what you said, and I just want to know what exactly did you mean by it? You said God is glad you are coming closer. What exactly did you mean by that?
You're coming closer to him. You're getting to know him more. You're allowing him in. You're allowing him to guide you and lead you down the right path. He's always there. He's always there for us. All you got to do is ask and say, hey, God, I need you. He gets, disappointed when we go ask, Bob, hey, Bob, what do I do about this problem? Why are you asking Bob? Because you have all the answers inside of you, and what you are unsure about, you are to consult with him.
I agree. Now, when we talked, and if you could expand to the audience what exactly we our conversation was. What was this, last week? I believe it was last week, because we talked for a couple hours. It was a great conversation. I ended up giving you my birthday. I told you the numbers I see and all this other stuff. Actually, do you want to take a break and then answer that, or do you want to answer it right now?
Oh, I'm fine. Whatever.
Okay, well, shit, we'll continue it. I love the conversation. We looked up something, and you sent it to me. Well,
your galactical signature?
Yes. Can you explain that to the audience and what that means?
So everyone has a zodiac sign. Your galactical signature is your zodiac of the universe, and it will tell you what tribe you're a part of, and what, just like your zodiac tells you you're this kind of person, you be good at this and this. Your galactical signature will tell you, you're a healer, or you're here to bring truth, or whatever it may be. And a lot of people don't know anything about the galactical signature, or that it even exists, but it's out there. All you got to do is type in Google galactical signature, and then hit decode and put your birthday in.
Now, what did it come up? Do you remember what it came up to me as?
I do not remember.
You know what? I'm going to go back to it. Hold on. Robert R. Rash Jr. says, our children have stuff to teach us. In Revelations, the children will be teaching us in the new earth when our Savior returns. Do you feel that our Savior has returned? And if he hasn't, or she hasn't, and I'm going to ask you, do you believe the Savior is a she or he? If they haven't returned, when will they return?
I don't wish to discuss that at the moment.
Why is that?
Just because none of us actually know until that time comes, and just to be safe and not say anything wrong, I don't want to say anything wrong.
I can respect it. I respect it. I really feel like, honestly, when the Savior does return, a lot of us won't even know that's the Savior. A lot of us won't even fucking know it, because we already have these preconceived ideas of what they're going to look like, what they're going to smell like, what they're going to walk like, what they're going to show us. When we, like you said, we have no fucking idea. What if the Savior is here, but in another dimension, and we don't see that Savior until we die? What if that? Could you see that as possible?
That's possible.
I'm just being me.
Yep.
No, this is shit I think about. I mean, I don't think we just die and die. I don't think it's lights off, curtains closed, there's nothing else here.
Do you ever think that you're already dead?
I have thought that. I'm going to tell you. I thought that the life we live now is hell.
Mm-hmm.
To experience death and to know your whole life that death is going to come is hell. To me.
Death is an illusion.
Is it really, though? Is it really? When you look at that body, that corpse in a casket, and it all
energy never dies.
Huh?
Energy never dies. The meat vehicle you're renting only decomposes. You're just on to the next level. That's why people used to celebrate death.
Okay, and they still do down there in Louisiana. They celebrate when someone dies,
right?
But in just the general sense of death, to us that aren't in these regions where they celebrate it, it's a scary, dark thing.
Yes.
What do you think we can do to change that to the masses? Not individually, but to the masses. What can we do?
Well, I mean, that's why the Great Awakening is happening now. I mean, everyone is awakening to what is the truth. Everyone is getting their spiritual gifts, becoming spiritual, realizing that energy never dies. And with their gifts, we're able to communicate with our passed on loved ones. I mean, my dad died a year and a half ago, and I'm closer to him now than I've ever been in my life.
Now, since he's been gone, have you talk about energy, have you felt his energy, or have you heard him, spoken to him in your dreams? Just have you,
all of it.
How have you kept a relationship with him?
All of that. The day of his funeral, I wrote a letter, and I spoke it at his funeral, and I was so scared that he'd gone forever. I'm just like, huh. And I asked him, please, to make sure every day, somehow, some way, to let me know he was still with me, and he has. 30 minutes after he passed, there was a red cardinal outside of the house.
What does a red cardinal signify?
Usually a passed on male loved one. Yeah, that's what that spiritually means, usually. Also butterflies and hummingbirds, those are passed on loved ones usually too. But I've actually felt my dad. I've heard my dad. My awakening went full blown the moment he passed away. Like the moment my dad took his last breath, my eyes literally changed, like what I could see that I couldn't see before. And everything, like it was full blown. And I was told that you have to lose for yourself in order to gain your new self, like when a snake sheds its skin, one door closes, two more opens.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. You know what? Let me go to a song. Let me go to a song. Hold on. Robert R. Rash says, I love this broadcast. God is working in amazing ways right now. Yes, he is. He also says, Messiah is plural. I meant the king. This gets very complex. Elliot Chambers says, so-called African Americans are learning that they are the biblical Israelites, and an awakening is happening. Learning Christ was an Israelite. I'm going to get back to this question. Elliot, don't go anywhere. I'm going to get back to this question because I actually wanted to ask you about the 12 tribes of Judah per the Bible, the Israelites. Let me play Trevor Pleasant. Great supporter. He does great fucking instrumentals, great beats, very soothing. Let's play a beat from him. Let me get to it. And how do you feel about soothing instrumentals? Like someone who's good with just fucking instrumentals, like they're super dope with it. Like, how do you feel about that?
I listen to them all the time. They're on YouTube. They're called frequencies, and they have a frequency for pretty much anything you can think of, for relaxing, for healing, for happiness, for just anything that you can think of, pretty much. Toothache,
Oh, I feel you. All right, well, we're gonna play one. It's deep inside your mind. I want you to tell me how you feel about this, and then we're gonna go to the Israelite question. All right?
Okay.
This is Trevor Pleasant on Facebook. Hit him up. Dope ass instrumentals.
Having anything you need to say to the people about anything important? It's on a break. What is that? What does that mean? Five. You got it. Five, 2.2. What's that? 555. 3.2. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. I am. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. 555. 2.2. The record. Five, five, 2.2, 555, 2.2, 555, 2.2.
Now say one five.
5, 2.2, 5, 2.2, 5, 2.2, 5, 2.2, 5, 2.2, 5, 2.2.
Say five. So say
I got it. I got it.
so wait, one more time. Say two. Say two.
2.5.
So 2.2.
Okay, 2.2, 2.2, 2.2, 2.2, 2.2.
Now say 2.
That was my boy Trevor Pleasant. Deep inside your mind. When you hear something like that and you talk about vibrations and energy, like what did that give off to you?
Just soothing, comfort, at ease, letting things go, feeling at one.
Same here. All right, so Elliot Chambers. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys hit up Apple Music for Trevor Pleasant. Dope ass music. Elliot Chambers, he said so-called African Americans are learning that they are the biblical Israelites and an awakening is happening. How do you feel about that?
So dark came before light, so there's actually 13 tribes. Did you know that?
Are there?
Yeah.
Please
There's
explain.
13. There's the 13th tribe of Judah, or it might be that we're not 100% sure exactly all the details yet, but it might be also called the 13th tribe of Dan. They were exiled, and they try to keep that hidden too, that ever existed. I don't know a whole lot on that at the moment. It's something we're just now trying to uncover and figure out. But I believe that African Americans are, probably the more spiritual and closer to God than, because they were original, they were first,
I believe that as well. So when you talk about the Black American and only the Black American, for someone to purposely, or not someone, but an entity to purposely disconnect you from your heritage, that's because either they were scared of it or it made you powerful. It made you too powerful. So I do agree with you with blacks being very spiritual, even as slaves in the field. It's written down even by Thomas Jefferson that they had the Negro hymns that were very spiritual. So I agree with you with that. I've heard about this 13th tribe before. A lot of people say that's what you call your Caucasoids, your Caucasians. And them being banished essentially to the mountains of Caucasus. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that's true or not, but I have heard that theory before. Hold on. Lonely Snatchwig says hi. Elliot or Robert says, Elliot, we are all meant to come together. There is also a 13th tribe. Oh, he's saying exactly what you said. That's been erased from history. But if you search enough, you can find the historical documents that survive tracing the 13th tribe. He also says he has to go. Peace and love. Elliot says Dan got kicked out. Explain, Elliot. What do you mean by Dan got kicked out? Do you know what he's talking about?
Not exactly. I don't know a whole lot about it yet. I think they maybe kicked him out because they were the most powerful tribe there was, and they were intimidated, maybe.
Doesn't that seem like what's going on today? Like the most powerful tribe is the white males. And right now, in front of our eyes, it seems like they're being kicked out slowly but surely. Hold on. Elliot says Jeremiah 17:4, King James Version, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. How do you feel about that passage?
I honestly don't know.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel about that passage. I think God said, "You niggas are fucked." That's what I think he said. You're fucked up. You're fucked up. You're so enlightened, so spiritual, so knowledge, so much knowledge that you don't want to get right. You don't want to know right. And when it's in your face, I have to fucking banish you. I have to punish you fucking forever. Yeah, Elliot, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I'm gonna go on my topic real quick. Let me do my trash bag Tuesday, and we'll hit some points that you feel we missed or anything like that. But usually on Tuesdays, I do a trash bag Tuesday. I usually pick multiple people or organizations or a group of people that I felt have really fucked up over the last week. Today, because I felt good, I only picked one person, and that was Derek Jackson. I'm going to play some Derek Jackson. I'm going to have it on my screen share for the people who are watching. I'm going to first play you what Derek Jackson, a black man in America, who is a beta male, who is 6'5", he's built, he's charming, he's handsome, but he is not capable of running a household. I said it. I'm going to show you what he said 5 months ago. The title of this episode of his is How Every Man Should Listen. Let's listen to Mr. Derek Jackson.
What's good people? Derek Jackson here. So I was just looking at the comments of one of my more recent posts, and it was a conversation. The post was a conversation between a husband and a wife, and they were just dialoguing about some really sensitive things in their marriage and whatnot. And, you know, I was trying to give some pointers, especially to the brothers out there that were listening or maybe had seen.
Hey, Savannah, did you hear how he said the brothers?
Mm-hmm.
He was automatically going to go in on blacks. Automatically. And yet they called me a coon because I voted for Donald Trump. Ain't that crazy?
The conversation of what they could have done differently, especially whenever the wife started kind of relaying her feelings and expressing her feelings about things that she was dealing with. You know, I just felt like the guy was not properly listening, but I saw somebody say something. I want to address it. They said, you know what? Yeah, you're right, D. He should have listened to understand, not just listen to respond. And I probably have said this too, but let's just unpack that a little bit more because it's even deeper than that, especially when you're talking about a long-term relationship or even a marriage. There are going to be times where listening to understand is just impossible. It's just not happening. And there are going to be times where you do need to listen to respond. Like, that's not a bad thing. Sometimes that's what the communication requires. Hear me out. Anybody, especially men out there, if you've been in a long-term relationship, a year, 2 years or longer, or a marriage, you know what it feels like to be sitting there in front of your woman and she's talking and really just come to the conclusion that you have no idea what she's talking about, whether it's the verbiage that she's using. Her emotions may be high, so she's all over the place, or you just tired. You just finished a 13, 14-hour shift, so your brain is fried. Your mind is everywhere. You done missed the last 10 minutes.
First impression, Savannah, how do you feel about this guy? What energy is he bringing to you? First impression.
He was going in one ear and out the other to me.
No, I agree. I've known about this guy for some years now. He's about my age. I think he's 31 right now. This guy is he's a beta male. This whole, I gotta listen to my woman and she's always right and men are always wrong and this and that and the third. He talked about
He's just saying that to try to get some more booty.
Right? The cat's out of the bag now. His whole shtick was to talk shit on the male, specifically black men. He talked mad shit on us, talking about we were pretty much savages. Do you like Tyler Perry, Savannah?
Yeah, he's okay.
The reason why I don't dig Tyler Perry is because his image is what this man, Derek Jackson, talks about. And it's the black man being a savage, the black man being a one you can't trust, being one who is two-faced, a woman beater, just everything negative. You might have that one black man in the movie that is somewhat positive. But Jackson, or Derek Jackson, I should say, wasn't living what he preached. As you guys all know, Derek Jackson decided that he was going to step out in his marriage. He decided that he was going to have a multiple adulteries, 3 women to be exact. He decided that he was then going to lie about that once the 3 women got on Tasha K's podcast exposing this nigga. And once they did expose him, he then decided to parade his black, beautiful wife in a video to say that she knew everything of what happened. It's cringeworthy. The way he's looking at her, the way she's looking at the camera, it looks like she doesn't even want to be there. Savannah, are you watching this as well?
No.
I'm going to play audio of Derek Jackson and his wife. I'm going to play it. Okay. Just tell me what you think. It's awkward. It's just to me, it's extremely awkward. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But we're gonna fucking play it.
What's going on, guys? Derek Jackson, my lovely wife, Danae. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not.
Now, you also have to understand this man is a multimillionaire. His wife doesn't work. She's sitting there with a bonnet on as if she just was chilling, cleaning house. Oh, just woke up. And he looks prepared.
That this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing.
It seems like he's making an excuse for him not being the man that he preaches.
He's a narcissist.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Let's continue to watch this.
Some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful. Which
here we go, throwing in God as the excuse. Savannah, I get tired of people who fuck up and they're always like God and God that and God that. And instead of being God day one, root one, it's God now because they got caught the fuck up.
Right.
How do you feel about someone who uses God as an excuse?
I mean, I just know that they need a lot of prayers, and hopefully, you know, God can get them to listen to the real God and stop listening to that other bozo.
Exactly. I think he's listening to the evil one. But let's continue. There's a couple more minutes left.
Which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, you know, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my.
Do you hear him? Do you hear him, Savannah?
He's only saying that to get the control back. As soon as a narcissist thinks that they've lost control of you, they're going to tell you anything you want to hear so that they can get that control back. As soon as they get it back, bam, they're going to fuck you up again.
Exactly. His wife looks scared. She looks terrified. The way he's holding
bet
her
she is.
hand, he's like squeezing her hand. It's cringeworthy to watch, but it's trending. So let's continue with the nigga shit.
My wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent, and think that I can't be held accountable. You know, the same way that I preach, you know, men and women in this situation need to face consequences.
His wife's looking at him like, dude, you're a piece of shit.
Guess what? Derek Jackson's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bet and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing and our own marital oneness. And now,
so far, how do you feel about his half-hearted apology?
That's just his story to get everyone to calm down so he can still continue to do what he does.
Exactly. This guy's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. At least with your street guy, like, he's going to show you or tell you he's a piece of shit. It's up to you to decide at that point in time. This guy, he's tall, he's dark, he's handsome, he's charming. He's all about the woman. Right. He's a Decepticon. He's a deceiver. Let's continue. I want you to hear what the wife has to say so you can kind of break down if you believe her or not.
Now this is being made public to you guys, so we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes. So I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things, and
he is now holding her hand with two palms. She is sitting awkwardly, looking left, right, up, down. It seems like she is trying to remember a script. I don't think we need to hear anymore. I think this guy is a piece of shit. What do you think? What do you think about him?
He's working for Satan, and and somebody needs to tell that girl that she does not have. I don't know why she thinks she has to let this continue. You know, she is her own free person. She come talk to me, honey, and we will figure it out. You will not even no.
Exactly. Get away from that monster. He's a monster, Mr.
Right. She is not loving herself, trying to love him because he is not love worthy.
Ooh, I love that. Mr. Derek Jackson, just because you portrayed the innocent, the white collar, I'll never cheat on my wife, I'll never do anything these other guys do, just because you portrayed that fucking pussy quality and you're a fucking beta male trying to preach to us alpha males, I have to give you Trash Bag Tuesday, you fucking fuck boy.
The trash bag, bro.
Right.
Trash
you
bag,
know,
bro.
if he wants to have multiple women and stuff like that, he needs to find him a woman that is into that, because there is some out there. I mean, you know, as long as your wife and you are on the same page and are into that thing, then I mean, whatever, that's your business. But if she's not, then you shouldn't either, unless if you do, then don't be with her. You know?
Exactly.
Just make the right decision.
Exactly. I agree with you. This guy's a pathological liar. He's taken advantage financially of a situation. His wife needs to fucking take him to the cleaners and get all that money. All of it.
Yep.
Don't make me look like a fucking crazy black woman.
Right.
Take him to the cleaners, baby girl. Take him to the motherfucking cleaners. I don't even know if they have kids.
You better
together.
do it quick before she ends up. I mean, a narcissist's number one goal is to turn you into one too.
Exact. Maybe she is already one. Maybe that's why she doesn't really care, because she knows the end goal is the money.
Yes, I'm sure she's halfway there. And even if she would leave him today, it would take a period of time for her to recover. There's a such thing as called post-traumatic narcissist syndrome.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this guy, Derek Jackson, has small dick energy.
He's got little man syndrome is what I call it. But your mama raised a bitch.
Yeah. He's really a fucking bitch. He was talking shit on Future, talking shit on Young Thug, talking shit on the pastor that cheated on his wife, and here he is fucking 3 other chicks raw.
That you know of.
That we know of. He's probably fucking feet. He's sitting there eating pussy. He's doing all kind of crazy shit. Fuck that guy.
He's got probably 10 times nasty and giving it to his freaking dumbass wife.
He probably takes a dick in his ass on the low. But
I was going to mention that. Yes, he does. He says fuck.
All right, Savannah. Anything we miss with your platform or anything like that that you do want to discuss?
Okay. There is a group of us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so you know in the Bible it speaks of the 144,000.
Yes.
Okay. So we are all awakening. We are all realizing who we are, what is the truth. And we're all finding each other. We're all connecting somehow. Like, I don't know if you've had people just pop up on your friends list and you have no clue who they are. You know, a lot of them, spam and crazy junk.
All the
but
time.
Some of them are actually people that you're supposed to meet with. God is literally in my right hand. He's my right side. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's with me always. He guides me. He protects me. He loves me. Mm-hmm. In the Bible, it says that in the beginning, those who were here will be at the end, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And that you must be reborn to enter the kingdom of heaven, meaning reborn, already died once, and being reborn into the flesh again.
Yeah.
And your name must be written in the book of life. Meaning, can you remember who you are? Mm-hmm. What character of the Bible are you? Mm-hmm. We are all ascending at our own levels. We all know different things. We all know a lot of the same things. We are God's chosen people. And we are reincarnated here to help humanity evolve and fix what the government has just tried to destroy again. Mm-hmm. So basically, I just want to say what I do basically is I'm a bringer of truth. I shed light in dark places. I bring positive energy to negative situations, bringing balance back. I help awaken people who are not yet awakened. I help those who have started to awaken but have let it go dormant, remember to continue to rise up. I guide people who are ascending. I help people heal. I support anyone who needs support. I pray for those who need prayer while taking my own advice and continuously always healing and, evolving myself. Mm-hmm. I just let people know that they're important and that somebody cares and loves unconditionally still, because most of the world don't.
Yeah. Where can the people reach you at in your teachings, if I may say?
We're out on Facebook. Is that what you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. My Facebook, my original Facebook profile is just my name, Savannah Blake. And then I have a group that is Ascending Light Support. And I also am the admin of another group, which is Alexander's Healing Guide. Mm-hmm. And we do a lot of emotional healing on that group. And then we have the Rainbow Warriors group that I'm an admin in as well. And it's just a variety. Basically anything that you need to know right now, if this is what you think is going on with you, if you're ascending, we will help you figure it all out and be there for you, as much as we can.
Well, I really enjoy our conversations, and I thank you for being on. Before I close off, where would you cast me in this? Am I awakened? Am I coming out of my slumber? Where would you cast me?
You are awakening.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
You heard? Elliot Chambers.
That's why you were so intrigued by what I had to speak about. That shows that you are of God.
Yeah, for sure.
And that you want to know truth, and you are rising.
For sure.
Rising.
Now, I hope the Illuminati isn't mad at us for this. Elliot Chambers says, this was a good podcast right here. Appreciate your reading my comments. I meant no hostility at all. Just thought I'd mention things is all. No. It's all good, bro. It's all good. We love
and light. Love and light.
Exactly. We loved it, Elliot. We loved it, bro. Thank you again, Savannah. Everybody go follow Savannah. Go follow her page. Go follow everything about her. She is an excellent woman, and she does have great knowledge. Everybody out there, like, subscribe, comment, share, TaijhTV, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Do your thing. I appreciate you, Savannah. I also appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, you take it easy now.
All right, you too.
All right, bye-bye. That was a great episode. That was great. I loved it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, share this shit, because we brought a different perspective to the game. Thank you, and peace out.